Alright, we're back from the hard crash, and I brought the containers down. So what we're going to do is we're going to push this in, and I'm just going to review everything. Yeah, data, Docker compose, Docker file, chat with the routing table, and my test bed for the VPN. So for the test bed, I'm going to revert this in hopes that it will work with the always-on sandbox. So we're going to revert that, and we're going to commit this and call this Olama open source, free and private and secure, because it is. So we're going to push that up, and we're going to go to the Git repository, and we're going to go to the Git repository, and that's the routing table. We're going to pull that in. This migrates from chat GPT with an API key to open source Olama with the ability to control your own models. Okay, the pull request. Where's the pull request? Delete the branch. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is make a brand new repository called routing table RAPTOR, artificial intelligence analysis, chat with a tree oriented retrieval approach. That'll be public. I'll add a README. Apache's fine. So we're going to go into this new repository, and I'm also going to go into Packet RAPTOR. And I'm just going to start with Packet RAPTOR as a full template from start to finish, because I am going to be reusing a lot of the code. So I'm going to take basically all of it. And I'm going to update the port to be, let's say, 8595. And I have to adjust the port here to 8595. And I'm using all of the same. Okay, no, there is going to be some adjustments here. So I'm going to minimize that for now. I'm going to strip out anything I don't need from, and we're going to rename everything first. So routing table RAPTOR, routing table RAPTOR. I don't need the git ignore anymore. The script is going to go into routing table RAPTOR. Routing table RAPTOR. We're going to rename this routing table RAPTOR. Routing table RAPTOR. Olama. Okay, so what don't I need here? This is. Oh, and I need some stuff here. So I also need the routing table buddy. I need some stuff from here as well. I need the SSH client. I need PyETS. I think the rest of it's already in here that I need. I don't need PyShark. I don't need a lot of this. Well, actually, I might try to visualize it, but I don't need PyShark or Tshark. Streamlit, UMAP, Pandas, Fast Embed. Oh, and this is Packet, not Packet Raptor. Routing Table Raptor. Routing Table Raptor. I think that should be everything that we need. I need the request library. Did I already install that? Okay, so then if I go back to routing table Raptor, the thing that I need to change here is this JSON path. So instead of being the Wireshark path, it's going to be the show IP route. The show IP route, is that the only thing I need to change? I believe so. Now I need to change the front end from where we're uploading a PCAP to be the same front end. I don't need this anymore. So from here down, I can take the code from here. I think that's it. Let me close this and try it. So in this one, we're going to be making a Raptor tree from the routing table. If everything goes to plan here. Oh, chat with routing table instance. There's a mistake there. That should be this class here now. Chat with PCAP. I'm glad I spotted that. Well, that's quite a nice post. I'm sorry, I'm just catching up on some things here. And I'm sorry that that original link died. We had about 10 people in the stream and I lost everybody, but we just got to wait for these containers to build. And then we should be able to do it. Now, I know I skipped over all this code because I just copied and pasted it, but the idea here is that what we're going to do, we're going to do the same sort of idea where we're going to load and split into chunks, but then we're going to build leaf nodes and embed those leaf nodes. So we have at the very bottom of the tree our leaf nodes to start building our tree from the bottom up. We got to determine our initial clusters, and then we're going to start clustering nodes, clustering groups of leaf nodes that are similar to create clusters. Then we're going to use the LLM to actually summarize those clusters and recursively summarize those clusters to build the tree. We're going to store that whole tree in Chroma, which then we can use as a retriever for our conversational retrieval chain with our LLM. After that, once we start, what build failed? What happened here? Something wrong with my Docker Compose, or my Docker file rather. Apt install, which failed here. Something install the SSH client. That's strange. I just used it in this repo. What have I done wrong here? I mean, that all looks correct, no? Or maybe because I didn't have to update. I don't know, weird. I'm excited about this one, a Raptor tree of a routing table. And this, in theory, could handle even the most massive of routing tables. Not to say that it wouldn't take an hour or 45 minutes to churn through a huge routing table. Now, the routing table I'm dealing with is quite small. My concern is that it's too small. Raptor trees won't work with, say, a single packet for my packet Raptor because there's just not enough data there to build a tree. So I'm really hoping that there's enough data to actually build and summarize a tree from this tiny routing table. And let me just check if the always on sandbox is actually down. Oh, that's a different repo. Because if it's not down, it might have a larger routing table. People tend to play with it and add routes to it and stuff. But it's been down. Yeah, no, it's down. So anyway, I was sort of disrupted there, but like I was saying, I was trying to get back on track where I left off in my mind. Um, so this part about optimal clusters, now here's the main chat function where what we're actually going to do is um, where the user asks their question, we're going to look in the tree and get the relevant documents from the tree, and then actually prime the user's question with the priming text we get from those relevant nodes. So the user might ask a simple question. We're actually going to augment it with pre-information that we can already find from the tree. And then we're going to do our invoke primed question against the vector store. So it's really augmented in a few different ways here. And you're going to see that visually where we do a cosine similarity and try to get the best clusters to answer the question. I am trying to graph it and visualize it with PyViz. That's sort of what this function is for, create a tree graph. It's not working out yet, but I will try to figure that out. Maybe not on the live stream. I want to finish this up and move on to some other things later today. But I do want to get Raptor tree working with the routing table. We're really close here. The pip install packages are almost done for our first container. And again, we'll just grab phi2. I'm not too worried about the answers. It's just more as a placeholder model to see if I can get Raptor trees working. Actually, I'll probably grab llama 2. All right, so everything came up clean. That's a good sign. And we're going to localhost 3002. And I need to do a new thing here. And we're going to go ahead and grab a model real quick. Let's grab llama 2. And then our port is 8595, I think. Now it should give me a button to run PyETS or something like that to grab the JSON file and a spot to drop down my menus. Is that not the right port? 8595, yeah. Everything's sort of frozen again. Don't happen again where I've got to reboot. Come on, hang in there. Whoops. Let me kill this before it kills me. Segmentation fault. Well, that's really bad. Yeah, it's going to say they're in use. Yeah, I know they're in use. Well, I'm not having much luck here with this. I'm going to have to reload again, which means there's no more streaming today. Anyway, thanks for joining so far. I will get this Raptor tree going, and then I'll probably make a dedicated video about it.